Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Maya and I am a graduate assistant at the University of Cincinnati in the Intellectual and Developmental Disability Education Center. I appreciate you taking the time to learn about self-determination with me. First will be a brief overview about the IDD Education Center and why it's important. Then we'll talk about some easy ways to promote self-determination in your settings and how to implement it. Um, by now, you've probably heard Haley talk about the IDD Education Center and what we do. But if you haven't, feel free to pause for a second and read through our mission, vision, core values, and programming. So, what exactly is self-determination? Self-determination is a broad topic, so we'll not even get close to covering it all today, but we will cover key parts that can help people be successful and be in the driver's seats of their own lives. An academic definition of self-determination is an individual acting as a causal agent and making decisions free from external influences. This just means that they have the necessary skills to be in control of their own lives and make their own decisions. Within self-determination, there's three main concepts that come together. One is choice making, two is goal setting, and three is self-advocacy. We will not go into depth about self-advocacy, but we will talk about concepts closely related to that. We will go into choice making and goal setting a little bit deeper, but the next slide, I like this chart. It's from Schrogen and Weimeyer. Feel free to pause and take a look at this. I just think it offers great background and support influencing self-determination. Next is competency, autonomy, and relatedness, which are the fundamental psychological needs according to the self-determination theory. These needs are considered to be essential for fostering intrinsic motivation and psychological well-being. Here's what each term means in the context of self-determination. Competency refers to the need to feel effective and capable in one's activities. When an individual feels competent, they're more likely to engage in activities with enthusiasm and persist in them, as they believe they can succeed. Autonomy is the need to feel in control of one's own behavior and goals. When people feel autonomous, they're more likely to experience a sense of ownership over their actions and be motivated by internal factors rather than external rewards or pressures. And then relatedness refers to the need to feel connected to others, to care for and to be cared for by others, and have a sense of belonging and mutual respect within a social context. When individuals feel related to others, they're more likely to be motivated to engage in activities that involve social interaction and contribute to well-being of others. Some of the positive effects of self-determination include enhanced resilience, more independence and autonomy, and then greater confidence overall. And then we'll go into more depth about this. So what is the importance of self-determination? So it helps with emotional control. When people feel in charge of their own life, it can reduce frustration. It also helps goal achievement with enhanced resilience and increased feelings of competency. People are more likely to continue to work towards their goals. It can also help with conflict resolution, and all of these skills lead to enhanced personal development. So how do you implement self-determination? Before the other methods work, we need to teach people about their preferences, interests, needs, and strengths, or PENS. So the P in PEN stands for preferences, and these are the choices or inclinations towards certain options or conditions over others. The I stands for interests, which are activities, subjects, or areas that capture an individual's attention and curiosity. The N stands for needs, which is the essential requirements for survival, well-being, or achieving a specific goal. And then the S is strengths, which are the inherent qualities, abilities, or skills that an individual excels at or naturally possesses. Each part of the PENS leads to choice making. And then making Historically, individuals with disabilities have been denied opportunity to make their own choices. Self-determination individuals make choices, act on those choices, and experience the results, and then make new choices. Systematically teaching individuals to make their own informed choices based on PENS. This can be used through visual supports or knowledge surrounding the consequences of their choice. And then I want to emphasize that choosing is not the same thing as choice making. I encourage you to look further into this topic because it's easily mistaken. And um, it's just very important to look further into this topic. Okay. So, how do you teach choice making? The first step is encouraging autonomy, which is independent choice thinking and making. Step two is confidence, which is honoring choices and helping to explain to the individual the consequences of their choices. Three is relatedness, supporting and connecting. Four is reflection and learning from experience. Next, we have goal setting. Goal setting and self-determination refers to the process by which individuals set and pursue personal objectives that are meaningful to them. Self-determined people are those who act in service of a freely chosen goal. It involves identifying what they want to achieve, creating a plan to achieve those goals, and taking steps to follow through with the plan. The more we encourage people to communicate what they want and honor that, the more they will advocate for their own needs. So the steps for teaching goal setting is identifying and learning PENS, the acronym we learned earlier, setting a person-centered goal, taking action, and then adjusting and reflecting on that goal or plan. I think it's important to note that self-determination is a spectrum. None of us are fully self-determined. We are all constantly growing and working on our skills. There's no like finish line. We acquire these skills along the way to help meet our individual goals. Visual supports are a helpful tool to individuals that may need some additional supports in this process. They encourage independence in decision making. They assist in teaching people new skills, which helps build confidence and competence, and handling different situations. Self-monitoring enhances self-awareness and promotes responsibility and accountability. On the right, we have some examples of visual supports that are used throughout the day. And then wrapping things up, self-determination involves goal setting, choice making, and self-advocacy. All people can build skills related to self-determination. Self-determination allows people to be more independent and to better self-manage. This is done through self-monitoring and other processes. And self-determination increases people's quality of life and overall like outcomes. I would be happy to answer any questions that you may have. Please feel free to reach out to any of the platforms listed here. But thank you so much for joining us today.